The number one factor for success, in my opinion, is having the right team, choosing the right people to go on this journey of creating business and wealth and a good life with. Meaning in private, but also in business or in your professional life. I can tell you from experience that over the last 5 years, many times have I reached a point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm not enjoying this. Am I doing the right thing, etc. And if I would have had the wrong people around me, they would have probably told me, yeah, you should probably do something else. Or just stick to it no matter what. But this kind of support or input or whatever you want to say or call it is not always the right thing. Because you see, if you have a team, people are genuinely interested in you getting ahead, in you creating the best version of yourself. These people are not just going to blindly support you. So they're not just going to be like, whatever you think you want, let's go for it. You want a team that critically judges, that does support you, of course, but that critically judges and actually invests some of their energy, power, and time into helping you make good decisions and progress. Over the last 5 years of my business, I can say many times have I hit a point where I was like, I'm not enjoying this work at the moment. Am I doing the right thing? Should I be doing something different? And I'm very honest about that, because there's no point in saying like, oh, I always knew this was going to work. Sometimes you have that feeling with things, and sometimes it does work and sometimes it doesn't. There are many factors that go into it. But the fact for me that I had a mentor, which was my older brother who I founded the company with initially, was always something like me having a compass in my hand, because there was always someone who was invested in me getting ahead, invested in me making good decisions. And so what does this mean for you? Wherever you are, you need to find the right people. Not, again, people who just blindly support you in whatever you do, who are critical, who do judge, but who do genuinely support you in what you do, who actually enjoy when you succeed. And you can spot people like that, and I'm going to tell you how you can spot people like that. You see, if you want to spot people who are genuinely invested in your success and want to support you and want you to get ahead in life, you should just look at their reaction to you and to what you say when you talk about your success. Because it's always easy when someone fails to say, hey, I'm there for you, keep pushing. But how do people react when you get successful, when you make money, when you achieve certain things? You will see in the first millisecond of them reacting to what you're telling them, whether they genuinely support you, or whether they're envious, or whether they don't support you, whether they might have different intentions. I'm not saying this is always in their own hand. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes people are just, let's say, triggered by certain things. But you want to have people around you who are triggered by your success. You want people around you who are motivated, inspired by your success. You want to really crucially determine who are these people who actually support you and who don't support you. And genuinely, these people should have strong characters. These should be characters. You don't want people around you who have nothing figured out for themselves. You want people with values. You want people who are going somewhere. But if you have this, it doesn't really matter what they're good at, what they're invested in. These people can genuinely really support you on your journey, give you that support that you need, because you're going to need support. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're going to need support by good people on your way, smart people on the way, so that when you get overwhelmed by things, they're like, hey, let's sit down, let's figure this out together. You map things out and suddenly you're like, oh, that wasn't so tough, that wasn't so difficult, And I can only tell you that from my own experience, because as an entrepreneur, you have these little crises every couple of months, maybe sometimes every couple of weeks, where you're like, this is just not working, and suddenly everything works again. And you're like, okay, we're going to the moon with this, and then things don't work, and then suddenly, you could find yourself caught up in like a spiral like that. And you also have people who stop you and are like, no, we're going to figure this out. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to go there. So go out there, assess people around you, and don't do it in a mean way. Okay, don't do it in a mean way, in the sense that sometimes people, they have a negative influence from their attitude. They're very negative or something. It doesn't mean that you necessarily have to cut these people out of your life. But what I'm trying to tell you here is, if you see that, you need to take action. You need to limit exposure. You need to have a lot of exposure to very positive people, supportive people who have the best in mind for you, and not to people who have problems with their ego, who want to block you, who don't want to see you succeed, genuinely see you succeed. So take this away, go out there, screen the people around you. Are they successful? Are they disciplined? Are they going somewhere? Do they have your best in mind? And then when you build a good team to work on your mission, you're going to take it very, very far. Okay? Because when you sit in a room with smart people and you set one goal, it's only a question of when. It's only a question of when are we going to hit our goal, not are we going to hit our goal. So gather the right people, find the right team, invest the time, be consistent, constantly reiterate, constantly work on yourself, and then you're on the best way to success. If you like this format, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a subscribe, share. Happy to have you here. And as always, see you next time.